Hey everybody, and welcome to Modern Ukrainian Homestead channel. I promised to you earlier that I will actually share the place where to get really good batteries, the lithium ferrum phosphate batteries. Uh, I got myself some, and here now I am sharing it with you because, well, I think this is a really good value proposition. So just like check it out and let me know if you like it, and if you like, just go and order it yourself because it's something that you will never have enough of. It's a battery bank. That's true. So take a look, and here I'm on the product page of this Alibaba supplier. It took me some time to actually find them and to do the communication to figure out if everything is okay and if they can produce what I require. But here I am where I ended up and where I landed. So let me just explain you quickly what do they have here and how does this work. So you see this is like the main picture of the units. These are actually the exact ones that I got for myself, but let me explain you. So this is a manufacturer. What do? They buy the cells, they buy the BMS, even they produce some BMSs. I will get later back to it. They buy or assemble or produce the body and all those smaller things, and then they assemble it together, ensure it's working consistently, and ship it to you. So this is the manufacturer, this is the factory that produces those battery banks. And what kind of offer do they have? They have a separate number of units, which are like very different capacities and very different levels. So what do we have here? Theoretically, they can be split into three types. So first of all, the most expensive one is called like kind of 15 kilowatt hours. These are these two units, one vertical, one horizontal stackable. Then they have 10 kilowatt units, which are three. This vertical, which is wall mount, then the stackable unit, a little bit different. Like if you take a look at the 15, because the 15 one has on different places, it has a screen on the left, and this one has a screen in the middle, the 10 kilowatt hours. And then there is a 10 kilowatt hours vertical, smaller vertical, like very similar to this one, but the one on the wheels, but just like smaller in size. So that is why it's 10 kilowatt hours. And then they have the 5 kilowatt hours units, the vertical wall mount and the stackable, again, standard stackable unit. They put everywhere their trademark JBD, but those who are quite familiar with what are those units about, specifically those verticals like these two on the wheels, you probably would have noticed a very strong similarity with Seplos Mason, and yes, that would be true because that's the boxes that they use for the manufacturing. They just make it OEM, so they are like own equipment manufacturer. And that's it. What's inside? Because that's what matters. Inside 15 kilowatt hour units, we have sapless BMS. It can be achieved also, not achieved, it can be assembled with addition of the active balancer, 2 amp balancer, for additional price. Like the prices, they are listed here. So if you will like select and switch, for example, you see the price will different in numbers. Roughly, the 15 kilowatt hours will be how much? 1500. Then the 10 kilowatt hours would be approximately from 1200 to 1300. But let me explain you later why there is such a difference. And the 5 kilowatt hour units is 750, regardless, wall mount or stackable. So in 15 kilowatt hours, they have setless BMS. It can be assembled with the active balancer. Here in this vertical on the walls, there is also the setless BMS. And in the stackable, there is also the setless BMS. But in every other, the vertical wall mount, 10 kilowatt and 5 smaller ones, they have their own BMS inside, which is JBD BMS. It is quite sold for a while already, for several years. It's on AliExpress as well, with any other smaller batteries, even like those assembled batteries, like 12-volt packs, whatever. So it's quite a like already checked product, so to say. And what else? The main thing is what kind of cells do they use inside? Of course, these are prismatic cells, like those square size blue cells. But what is inside? In 5 kilowatt hour units, they use Eve 100 amp hours. And let me get it to you to the specifications. That's where we will have everything in here. So yeah, here it is. So 100 amp hours cells, standard 5.12 kilowatt hours capacity, and well, they used their own GBD BMS into it. For the 10 kilowatt hours units, there is a difference. You see that the vertical wall mounted is the 100 amp hour cells, but double. Like they have 16 and 16 in parallel. That's a difference. So that's why it is 200 amp hours in the end, but it actually is a double of this of the smaller unit. That's the main architectural difference. And as of these units, the vertical and stackable, you see their capacity is slightly higher. That's because they use the 230 amp hour cells, and that gives it like a little bit higher rating. That is why it's also a little bit more expensive, and it has a very different BMS inside, which is again accepted BMS. And my favorite thing. So I got myself those units, but let me explain you which exact difference was. But instead, by standard, they use 280 amp hours lithium cells with the surplus BMS. And the thing is that these units are good enough to fit the even 320 amp hours cells inside. And that's the point to you how to actually get to this. You just get and open the messenger with the seller. So click on this button, for example, or get to the messenger, and then the, the chat review will pop up, and the seller will know what kind of products are you interested in, and then you just chat with them and say that, okay, I'm interested in this kind of unit, but I need a better cells, I need a bigger cells, for example, instead of 280. Can you fit like 300, 304, 320, and just like ask for prices and compare which one is the best. So I myself got 4 of those stackable units with 304 amp hour cells. Why so? Why not the max capacity? Because I calculated together with the delivery price, and it figured out that in the end, like if you get the whole pack, the whole order, and divide it by how many kilowatt hours you receive, I just like choose what is the best bucks for kilowatt hour ratio, and that appeared to be the 304 amp hours in my case. What else? What else? What else? Ah, by the way, what I forgot to mention, and one of the most important things, is that these prices that you currently see here, I mean, those that you once you're selecting the product. For example, like we select the vertical, right? So it's 1500. This price is the price X works, so the price on the factory. That is why it is so low. Because in the end, of course, if you get to buy this locally, it will be like 2,500, 300, 200 and 500 or $3,000, the price would be in the end in your local country specifically. But this is the X works. And never ever use this shipping method. This is like really, really crazy price for the unit. And this is the one that Alibaba system offers. This is not the seller's offer. What you have to do, again, through the chat, you just negotiate with the seller and tell him, give me the DDP price, delivery duty paid, to my specific address. And you give him your address. You give him like this is my the postcode, country, street, whatever your address is, and the seller will calculate the price with the direct delivery to your exact place, and then you will know. In my case, the delivery cost from the seller to my place in Ukraine would be $600 approximately. So you may get how much will it be? For 10 kilowatt hours unit will be approximately 450. I might be mistaken. Just like always recalculated with the seller, I'm just like giving you the approximate evaluation. And for the small 5 kilowatt unit, it would be roughly from 260 to 300, somewhere around this. So yeah, pick it for yourself. Just remember those things, that you cannot combine different cells with different BMSs. If you like started with one, you have to build your battery bank with the exactly the same stuff and same batteries, or like sell them and replace them. That's what you can do. That's what everybody recommends because, well, like, I mean, the error thing, the error price is quite costly. You know, you don't want the batteries to lose their capacity quite fast. But eventually, if batteries, they are really known and established, I mean, the cells specifically, they are quite good, and they definitely reach 6, 7, 8,000 cycles, up to 10,000 cycles, with losing 30% of their initial capacity, which will be in 15 years, maybe, I don't know. Same for lithium, but lithium is not that branded, you know, but that is why their price is slightly cheaper. But if using the tests, if you do the tests, I mean, there are a lot of shows in the internet and YouTube. Pythium is not that worse. It's just like as same as Eve, whatever. And Hythium is a subsidiary of Cottle, and Cottle has a 40% market share of the prismatic cells. So, you know, like everything is built in China about this stuff. Maybe very, very little producers and little capacities are produced somewhere else. So, yeah, that would be it for today. Let me know. I'm giving you the link in the description, so you just like go and get into and see and check. Once those arrive to me, this will happen in probably, I don't know, maybe in 2.5, 3 months. It's because the factory is quite now quite capped at capacity. So there is, of course, a delay in delivery. The lead time is about like 20 to 30 days. So once you make an order, before they ship, it will take some time for them to produce because there is a line. And that's very good because this means that the factory has got their hands on doing working on their product. That's the thing I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, if you have any questions, go for it. Shoot them in the comments. If you like, hit the link in the description and go explore yourself. I don't know if you may find something better. Who knows? Just please be advised that cables, you have to ask for it, and the active balance, if it can be put on 15 kilowatt hour units, ask for it for the seller specifically. And whatever other differences, changes you want to make, ask the seller because they can change a lot. They can make things a little bit different up to your own specific specifications. Um, the end price for this unit will be absolutely crazily low. I'm thinking to adding more for myself, but first I will have to change the grid tie inverter to the hybrid one. But that's a different story, and it will be like in some other videos that will be coming next. For now, thanks, and see you later. Bye.